So let's get started with our course, Organizational Culture, Identity, and Change. Organizational culture is one of the most vibrantly discussed topics in today's business world. Ultimately, every company would like to have an attractive culture, a successful culture, simply a culture that helps boost business. Now, that said, with this highly discussed and complex topic, there is only agreement on two things. Here's what we agree on. And that is A, that organizational culture exists, and B, that it plays a crucial role in shaping behavior in organizations. But of course, where there is light, there is shadow, and where there is agreement, there is usually also disagreement. Ironically, the disagreement is around all practical matters regarding corporate culture. So here's what we do not agree on. And that is A, what organizational culture really is, and B, how exactly culture influences behavior. Also, we do not agree on the role leaders play in establishing or changing organizational culture. In other words, we don't agree on which role human agency plays. But here comes the deal. If we do not understand what organizational culture is, or what our specific organizational culture is in our organization, we cannot understand its connections to other key elements, such as leadership, organization design, incentive systems, last but not least, success. Also, if we do not have a reasonable understanding of what culture really is and how it influences a company and our company, we cannot develop an approach to analyzing, preserving, and transforming our cultures. Now, of course, the opposite is also true. With a solid understanding of corporate culture in general, and in particular the culture we ourselves work in, we can analyze problems and learn to design and develop better cultures. And that's why I tend to argue that the more we can bring our cultural values into the collective awareness, the better we can actually work on improving things. But when it comes to understanding organizational culture, there is a lot more than what meets the eye. Often, corporate culture is marked down as a mere people or HR topic. But this is cutting this part of organizational behavior way too short. Organizational culture truly takes place at the interface of culture, identity, and an organization's design. An organization's design includes all procedures and processes and the entire setup of the operational flow. An organization's identity is often defined as what is central, distinctive, and enduring. It's the core, so to speak. An organization's identity, if it is shaped proactively and consistently, often goes into an organization's image. Namely, the image that an organization exudes internally to its members, but of course also externally to the rest of the world. Culture, on the other hand, is much more defined by values, beliefs, and a shared history. All of these influence each other, but they're also shaped by the entire external system, the market, the vendor and stakeholder relationships, the respective rules and regulations an organization is subject to, and of course any external changes that occur. As we can already see, the dynamics are quite complex, and if we truly want to understand organizational culture and use the knowledge to our advantage, we have to deeply look into all of these aspects. And this is what we're trying to achieve with the first part of this course. As this course was designed to specifically look at how we can use an organization's unique identity and procedures to shape organizational culture, we would like to use the first part to really understand the phenomenon of organizational culture. Because of that, we're going to explore various definitions of organizational culture. In a second step, we will have a look at how the way we define and look at culture shapes the way we look at the entire organization. the way we understand culture, and then of course the way we perceive organizational change and culture change. Then we're going to conduct a brief culture scan for 2 sample organizations to see how the various definitions manifest in real-life examples. Last, we're going to look at differentiations between organizational culture, organizational identity or image, and organizational atmosphere.